Okay, to offer a quick overview of at least my personal workflow within Outlook, the first thing I do is that whenever I'm in my actual email inbox, one of the things that I do is that I group all of my emails based upon the follow-up flag, which is this over here. You can see that I keep the follow-up flag and the completed flag items minimized so that I don't have to look at those items. And then my main box, part of the inbox, is the unflagged items, which you can see I currently have 78. And those are sorted by date. Now, the way I manage that view is I go up to View, and I go to Current View and Customize. And I use this section to help me determine which fields are going to be showing, which fields I'm going to be grouping on, which here you can see Flag Status, which represents this grouping here. And then also how I'm going to sort it. Now, that allows me to maintain this group, and as things come into my inbox, then one of two things happens. Either I don't need it and I delete it immediately, or if I reply to it and complete whatever I need to do with it, then I take it and I drop it into a personal file over here, which is discussed in another section of the training session. But then if there's something that I need to follow up on, say if this question that came in I need to follow up on, what I do is I click to flag that as a to-do item. When I do that, you can see that it disappeared, and that's because it moved it up to this section, this follow-up flag. At the same time, in Outlook 2007, it also moved it over to my task list. So if I click on the task list, I then see the question there. That's the email, and you can see there that it's an email icon. Now, from here, this puts it in my to-do list, and this allows me to manage all of my tasks and also all projects and everything that I have to work on a day-to-day basis. The other thing that I can do is that from here, then I can right-click and select my categories that I'm using. And this question was about that. And so what this does is it integrates my email with my task list and allows me to manage those incoming tasks. Now, the cool thing about Outlook 2007 is that as I check things off here, it also will check them off over in the email. So you can see right now that there's 158 items that have been completed and 26 items that are still marked for follow-up. If I come over here and I mark this as completed, when I go back, then that number has changed. So there's really complete integration between Outlook and the task list with the Office 07 that allows me to create a workflow to manage the items that I don't need, which I delete, the items that I'm done with, which I file, and the items I need to follow up, which integrates tightly with Outlook tasks.